student trustees, so we'll get started. She's here. She just ran outside.
Is there security here? Oh, no. They're on the back row and can't support us. That won't happen.
Okay, well, we are going to get started. We have a report out of closed session. The board voted 6-0 unanimously to rescind Resolution 1810 adopted by the board March 13, 2018, wherein the board took action to non-re-elect a contract faculty employee. And that is all of the report out of closed session. Moving on to agenda item number 5. Addressing the board. This is a time and place for any member of the public to address the board on any item that is not on the agenda. Is there anyone here wishing to address the board? Okay, please come forward.
I have a couple of things. One is I would like to thank all of you very much for your decision that you just made. I appreciate that personally and as a grievance officer for MCFA. The other thing I wanted to say is I've noticed in the last couple of days that there's a bunch of tables and chairs that have popped up all over campus. I didn't know that this was happening. I love it. I think it's awesome. I think it's beautiful. The other thing that I wanted to say today is that I had a little, and I won't take long, but I had a little personal dilemma this morning. My car didn't start when I got out to go to school, to go to my class. My car didn't start. So I had to go in and change and ride my bike. And when I got to campus, what I found is that all of the bike parking outside of Science Building was completely full. There were bikes parked next to the bike rack, and then there were bikes parked next to those that were so far away that they couldn't be chained at all. They were just like left there. And so I had a little break today and I went on a little walk of campus. And I found that was happening, I went later in the afternoon. There were quite a few places where there were a lot of bikes parked and bikes attached to other kinds of structures that probably aren't what they're supposed to be attached to. But I just wanted to say while we're putting out beautiful tables and chairs, if we put out some more bike racks, that might encourage more people to ride their bikes to school, including me. I ended up parking out at the police station, putting my bike out at the completely empty next to the police station. But anyway, I just wanted to point that out and say thank you for the new tables and chairs that are all over campus in beautiful locations that will help with studying and students getting together. And thank you for your decision a little while ago. Thanks.
All right, well, thank you for your comment. Is there anyone else who wishes to address the board? Okay, seeing none, we'll move on to agenda item number 6. Additions or changes to the agenda, President Gonzalez?
Have none.
Okay, thank you. Moving on to agenda item number 7, presentations. 7-8, April Student of the Month.
That is my, oh, here she is. I was about to give up on you.
No.
Yeah, this is my April Student of the Month, Maria Perez.
Oh, good. Welcome. Please come up to the podium.
Come to the podium. I would say
will you identify yourself? Because not everybody here will know you.
Oh, I'm Chris Gallagher. I'm an instructor in anthropology and geography. But you don't see students often like her that have a broad-minded approach to knowledge. So she doesn't have an agenda or a narrow focus and attempt to pursue that or defend it. She looks at the entire issue. And so I gave her 3 writing assignments this semester. And the first one was personal, and so she talked about immigration from Mexico, but she understood the positions of every person who had every position on the issue, from Trump on down. And she clearly delineated all of those positions, explained them accurately. And then the second one she did was on slavery around the world and how it hasn't gone away. But she was aware of situations in Africa, Europe, the United States, and talked about all of them and what a shame it was that we hadn't got rid of it. And then the final one she did was on abortion in the United States. And she had every position that everybody had presented on both sides of the issue, and it was quite quite amazing. You don't expect that from students. Normally they just pick a thing, they go after it, and that's it. But this girl, she sees it all. So this is your certificate. This is your money.
Miss Student of the Month, I'm sorry. Yeah. Ms. Perez, will you come and...
Oh, Maria Perez.
Yes, so that's right. Thank you. Please come up, and is there anything you'd like to say? Anybody you'd like to thank? Anybody who's here today?
Well, I just want to thank my family. My boyfriend's also here, and my professor. I feel like he inspires me to do good in school because he not only teaches about like school and educational stuff, he also gives us examples about real life and about experiences he's gone through, which also motivates us to be good people. He's always telling us like, do good, you know, don't just focus on one subject, because you may focus on one subject, but if you focus on many, you'll be more successful in life, and that's what motivates me to keep going. People like him, and I thank him for being such a nice person.
Excellent. Well, congratulations. If you don't mind, I think we'd all like to shake your hand and congratulate you personally.
I was thinking judge.
Yeah. Well, congratulations, Ms. Perez. And congratulations to your family. So you've clearly done a great job helping shape her, so thank you. Agenda item B, Student of the Year. So who is presenting this item?
Hi, I'm Dee Neer, and I'm one of the librarians who works at Merced College. We have a book club here at Merced College, which has been going for a couple of years. And Stephanie has been a member of the book club for at least 2 years. Did you start with Game of Thrones? No, she came in after the nasty Game of Thrones year. But anyway, Stephanie is an amazing young woman. She is from Brazil, and she is an English major at Merced College from Brazil. But not only is she doing English, but she is also deciding to add in psychology so that she will better understand the psychology, I guess, of the novels. But what we can, Dr. Candace Taylor, who couldn't be here this evening, she and I nominated Steph because she is a embedded peer mentor for Dr. Taylor's classes, which means she works at the ILC and she works with students who perhaps are struggling in their English classes. So here we have a student from Brazil who's helping our students here at Merced College be successful in their English classes because she has the ability to teach, and she also has an incredibly bright and inquiring mind. So we're really proud of Steph, and we're happy that she's here. And some of the book club members are here as well, and some of her friends who are also embedded peer mentors. Wave, you guys. We have a large book club here at Merced College. So here you go, Steph. We're so proud of you. And here's your certificate. You don't get your money yet because Joey didn't have it yet.
Oh, okay. Well, congratulations, Stephanie. Is there anybody here that you'd like to acknowledge or any words you would like to say?
I would like to thank Dee, of course, since my date went in book club. She was incredible. Like, I was so afraid to talk because of my accent and everything, and Dee was like, I didn't even know I'm from here. So it's been the boost in confidence that I've always needed. And I have my sister here and my best friends and my boyfriend, and we talked a lot of grit and luck and our embedded per mentor program. And even though I know I worked pretty hard, I could not have been luckier to end up here and meet the people I've met. And without Dee and Dr. Candace Taylor, I'm pretty sure I would not be here today. So,
well, thank you very much. Congratulations. Heather, if you would like to all get a chance to congratulate you. Congratulations. Thank you for choosing Merced College. Glad you're here. Wow, both very well-deserving people, so thank you for those nominations. Agenda item C, Alpha Gamma Sigma State Scholarship Award. And we have Mr. Piro coming up to the podium.
Okay, so as you know, every year Alpha Gamma Sigma Honor Society nominates students for the state awards, state scholarships. AGS has won every year. Every nominee we've set forward has won, and this year we actually had 4 winners. We have 3 of them here today. The first one you've already met, Stephanie Oliveira. She was the Robert Montavani Award winner for leadership, service, and academic excellence. You know that she's an English and psychology major. She's currently president of the Alpha Gamma Sigma Honor Society, and this year she successfully led the chapter as a host chapter for this year's state convention in San Jose. So she was actually, they put on all the workshops, they did all the entertainment, we had guest speakers. In fact, Lanita Cordova, our Dean of Student Success and Equity, was our keynote speaker this year and did a very good job. But Stephanie is the president and did a great job leading that. So she's our Robert Montavani Award winner. Katie Tyler is our Charles Bell Award winner for the 4 top scoring service applicants in the state. So not only did she receive an award, she was one of the top scoring for all the service that she does throughout our community, and she does quite a bit of service actually. She's in her 4th semester. She's a math and physics major. She's graduating this year. So after 4 semesters, you're the perfect example of the guided pathway student. We'll tell you more about that later. And she plans to attend a university this fall. I asked her which one. She said she has several offers. It's not yet decided. Since I had to beg to get into my university, I was impressed that she had several offers. It wasn't Florida. Going with the San Jose State, so.
The time's running out, man.
Hannah, say it, Grodiga is the Ed Walsh Award winner for excellence in community service. She's a civil engineering major. She has an internship this year at Turlock Irrigation District, quite an accolade, and she's transferring to Chico State. And Paige Stapleton, who is not here, she is the Kathleen Lawley Award winner for academic excellence, and she will be transferring to University of California, Merced in the fall. So these are our award winners. So, and once we give them a round of applause, and I have one more thing. And this is out of the entire state, which is so cool. So hundreds upon hundreds of people apply, very few are chosen, so we're very proud of them. But the recognition doesn't stop there. This happened just today. They received a certificate of recognition for their dedicated contribution to the County of Merced. They were selected as 2018 Volunteers of the Year. They received several, let's see, Certificate of Special Congressional Recognition, they received, oh, you know, all this stuff here. Assembly Certificate of Recognition, all for being Volunteers of the Year, which is really special. And they received a Senate Certificate of Recognition, again, for being the Merced County Volunteer of the Year. Really made Merced College proud. These are the types of students we, love to teach and work with, and thank you.
Congratulations. Each of you.
And now I hand this over to you.
The next item on the agenda is agenda item D, which is part-time faculty of the year. So,
I ask our part-timers of the year to come forward and stand up here, like the students were doing.
In the meantime, I have a review.
okay, everybody's leaving. Thank you very much, all the students. Congratulations.
Okay, as you guys are aware, April is Part-Time Faculty Appreciation Month. So we like to honor our part-time faculty, but since the meeting for the Board of Trustees is in Los Banos, at that meeting we honor the part-time faculty in LB, and then in May we do the Merced College honorees. So first up, we have Marvin Patton, who I don't see here. But Marvin Patton, he's an early childhood and child development instructor. He's been with Merced College since 2012 and has taught most of the child development program, including health, safety, nutrition, and teaching in diversity societies. He likes to teach online. So last summer he was developing an exceptional high-quality course online. And then the other faculty within the department and his colleagues agree that Marvin creates and presents one of the best developed Canvas courses at Merced College.
Congratulations.
All right, next up we have Elizabeth Patterson. Elizabeth is a part-time political science instructor. And you may remember a few months ago when we had the speech and debate club here, who was just coming off winning several honors. Elizabeth is the advisor of that club. During the past year, it was her work in this student-centered role that has truly stood out. Her clubs have placed at multiple events within the state, often competing against established clubs with 50 or more years of competition experience. And most recently, in Florida, the Speech and Debate Club brought home the bronze plaque from the National 5-Row Pie Tournament. So congratulations, Elizabeth. We're all very proud of the Speech and Debate team. I know we had them here a few months ago, so congratulations.
Congratulations.
Next up is Greg Hogan. He's teaching calculus right now of some kind at our college. But he's been a native of Merced, a former student actually here. He went on and got his BA in math from Fresno State and then on to Massachusetts where he got his master's. He loves teaching here at Merced College and at UC Merced, and he also enjoys computer programming, electronic projects, and collecting and repairing vintage electronics and music.
All right, next up we have Louis Foy. Louis is currently the head coach for the men's and women's track and field team. He's been working part-time at Merced College since 2005. Additionally, he teaches track and field kinesiology courses and works as an embedded athletic counselor. One thing that I found particularly impressive are his own athletic credentials. He was a sprinter at Biola University, finishing 4th at the Nationals in the 100 meter and 3rd at the districts in the 200 meter. He's been a world-class sprinter since 2000. He is an Olympic qualifier at the 2,100 meter trials. Louis is a certified level 1 USATF track and field coach. Congratulations, Louis.
Next up is Patty Pistoresi. She graduated from Santa Clara University with her BA in English and then went on to Fresno Pacific to earn her teaching credential and taught for about 7 years between Chowchilla and Clovis. Then she went back to get her master's in conflict management and peacemaking at Fresno Pacific and then her MBA from Capella University. So for the last 20 years, she's been teaching part-time here at Merced College, dedicated to helping develop and teach the Customer Service Academy and the Emerging Leaders Institute with her sister, Jonae. And so Patty said that this has been a partnership between Jonae and herself, and our Emerging Leader Institute has 8 classes, all geared towards increasing competency is current and future for the leaders, and the program has been very successful.
All right, next up we have Sabrina Ratley. Sabrina is a part-time biology instructor. She's been teaching at Merced College for 12 years. She's worked in conjunction with several biology professors to help make this course an interesting and useful course for students. Sabrina is dedicated to her students in that she prepares them for each lab with a thorough presentation and is with them the entire lab, answering questions and working with them to help them more easily understand the concepts. She enjoys working with her students, and her students especially are grateful for the time and effort freely given to them. She creates a fun atmosphere and encourages students to work together and help each other learn the lab material. And her favorite pastimes are reading, rock collecting, and traveling. So congratulations to Sabrina, who I don't believe is here, right?
Then lastly, just to remind you of Tim McNally. He was our part-time faculty for the Los Pianos campus. He's been teaching there for 18 years in a variety of social sciences. And that some of his colleagues have said that they want to be like him when they get old. So thank you. These are our part-time faculty. We really appreciate them. We couldn't live without part-time faculty as an institution. So it's an honor to be able to recognize our part-time.
Well, congratulations. It's very kind. And if I would like to congratulate you personally, if you would all please come up. And I like your shirt, Patrick.
Yeah.
Very nice. Great accomplishments. Congratulations.
Congrats on a good year.
And you've built a great program. Thank you for choosing Merced College. Congratulations. Thank you for being here. Oh. All right. I understand that Mr. Lewis's family's in the audience, so congratulations and have a nice evening. Another family members, I know her husband. All right. Well, congratulations, and hope they take you somewhere fancy and expensive. Okay. So thank you for that. So we're moving to agenda item number 8. So we'll start with academic senate. Ms. Clark's already up here.
All right, so well, the semester's coming to an end. Well, the semester's coming to an end, the work's not coming to an end. Lots of fatigue going on with all the initiatives going on in the state, like 705. We created a new task force to look at how we're going to implement it, not fight it. So there's lots of things with 705. We've been approved for the online education initiative. There's other things like guided pathways. And so at our next meeting, this Thursday, we'll see if they vote to keep me as Senate President for 1 more year. If not, it's okay if Caroline Dawson got to have to do it early. She'll be my successor, but next year she'll be following me. And thank you, Tracy and Chris, for helping fund both of us to go to the Faculty Leadership Institute with EEO money. There are lots of things going on, and I'll try to keep it short, but yeah, lots of things. It's never stopping.
Good. Well, thank you for your work, Academic Senate. Okay, next is Merced College Faculty Association. Mr. Mitchell.
Could I ask the board's indulgence to do perhaps a 5-minute report?
Certainly.
Thank you very much. So first of all, I kind of underplayed my reveal. I just wanted to point out my shirt. Merced College Faculty Association supports part-time faculty. All right, so
Sorry.
that's okay. That's okay. Like I said, I kind of underplayed it. I have one success story to pass along, and this is from Scott McCall, who is the swimming coach. He wanted me to let you know that Caleb Rogers, who is a Merced College alumni from 2016, who is now a senior water polo student athlete at Cal Baptist, earned the Western Water Polo Association's All Academic Team Honors. Kyle Sujimoto, who is actually one of my former students, also class of 2016. He is a senior swimmer at Fresno Pacific. He earned Male Scholar Athlete of the Year at Fresno Pacific with a GPA of 3.96. Taylor Heckathorn, also class of 2016, is a senior water polo student athlete at Fresno Pacific, and he earned the Western Water Polo Association's All Academic Team Honors. So congratulations to them and to Professor McCall. I want to thank the board very much for the resolutions that you wrote on the online community college and the performance-based funding formula that you'll be considering a little bit later. And if I may, I have another ask of the board, which is that the month of June is traditionally recognized as LGBTQ Pride Month, and the Merced College has never passed a proclamation in recognition of June as LGBT Pride Month. So I would like to ask if you could convene that committee that did such a great job of writing those other resolutions, if you could write a resolution in support of Pride Month. That would mean a lot to our students and to our employees who are LGBT. Okay, and then finally, this will be my last board meeting as MCFA president. My term officially ends on June 30th, but I'll be out of town during the next meeting. So I just want to say thank you. It's been a mostly good and always interesting 4 years. I have very much enjoyed my time as MCFA president. 4 years doesn't seem like a long time, but as I look around the room, I just see a lot of faces that I didn't see here 4 years ago, so there have been a lot of changes. And I want to say that in my work as a board member for the Community College Association, I hear a lot of stories about different faculty associations and different administrations. And we've got a pretty good thing going here at Merced College. We have a faculty association that's strong, but we also have a good working relationship with our administration, which I think is, kind of the best of both worlds. And I look forward to seeing that continue, and I'm confident that it will under the direction of my successor, our President-elect Rich Randall. So thank you all very much. Unfortunately, I can't drop this mic because it's mounted here, but
that's why we mounted it. Patrick, you've been such a good advocate, so we're sorry to see you go, but you've certainly left a great legacy. So congratulations and thank you for your service. All right, hard act to follow. Classified Senate.
Good evening. I was not able to be at the April board meeting, so I was not able to announce our Classified Professional of the Year, Jamie Mua, who will have her name added to the perpetual plaque, which is currently sitting on my desk waiting for the budget to roll over so we can get the logo replaced. We will be having our elections in May, so we will have a new set of officers in June. Also, I will be presenting a workshop on how to run an effective meeting with Robert's Rules of Order at the Classified Leadership Institute in June, and President Vitelli has been gracious enough to allow me to offer a trial run of that on May 15th on campus that will be open to everybody. And that's my report.
Good, well thank you very much for that. Next we have CSEA.
Hi, thank you.
You're welcome, good evening.
I'd like to thank the board for considering later on today Resolution 1812 in honor of Classified School Employee Week. And also that's coming up this month too, to help everybody to give a little bit of appreciation for what's done in all the different departments and areas. And that's about all I have this evening. Thank you.
All right, well, thank you very much. Next, we have Police Officers Association. No report. Okay. Next, we will have the Management Association. Ms. Shelley.
Good evening, trustees, President Vitelli, and members of the audience. First of all, I want to congratulate all of the wonderful people that we had the opportunity to honor here tonight. Our Student of the Month, our Student of the Year, and those outstanding part-time faculty members that are really working hard to make Merced College such a great place of learning for all of our students. And really, there's nothing better being at a community college than to have an opportunity to honor the students and the faculty who facilitate their learning. So thanks to all of them. Yesterday, our Management Association spent the afternoon with one of our very own faculty members who is well known in our community for her professional development work. We had a chance to participate in a professional development activity with Joné Pistoresi to learn about how we can become more engaged as employees and how we can promote engagement among those staff that report to us and all of the Merced College family. It was an excellent opportunity for all of us. I think that our Management Association members tend to work very hard, and to spend an afternoon spending an afternoon together talking about Merced College, talking about how we can engage with one another and not just with the tasks in front of us, meant a lot to us, and giving us a whole afternoon to spend that time together is something that we don't often get to do. We are often working together very hard to accomplish tasks. And so yesterday was really a lot of fun, and I actually want to thank Chris and I want to thank Joné for her outstanding presentation and the facilitation that she provided to us. And you'll see us all much more engaged, I think, in the future, remembering to be kind and thoughtful and to thank those around us. Finally, I would like to thank all of you for the opportunity to represent the Management Association here. This will also be my last meeting, as I'll be turning the gavel over to my successor, who is here tonight, Tracy Bale. And so probably at the next meeting, we'll do an inauguration. See, I'm calling her out here. You cannot hide, Tracy.
Anyway, Tracy,
but,
I know who you are because your friends called you out. But
there you go.
I didn't realize I was going to take that role.
Oh, she sounds surprised. She's actually the vice president of the Management Association this year, and traditionally the vice president has become the president. She may not have known that, but I think that chain of succession is actually pretty clear, so I'm glad she's well warned that now she knows. Next month, she will be presenting to all of you, but it has been an honor on my part to be able to represent the management group here for the last year and to keep you informed of our activities. And I want to thank you for that opportunity, and we're looking forward to commencement. Thank you very much and have a great evening.
all right, well, thank you, Shelley. Congratulations. Job well done, for sure. Next, we have Associated ASMC, and so Mr. Camacho, welcome.
Good evening, board. So ASMC has been extremely busy over the month of April. Starting the week of the 16th, we had our Culture Shock event, where student clubs were able to go out in the quad and sell various goods. It was a really fun event. The clubs that did participate made some good funds for their organizations, so we're always happy to see that. The next week was, as many of you know, Blue Devil Preview Days, and I was able to serve as a panel facilitator for all 3 days. I really enjoyed that, and we had clubs out during the lunch hour talking to the high school students and incoming students, trying to recruit them to our student organizations. Just last week was actually the ASMC elections for the 2018-2019 school year, and more on that in a moment. This week we're actually finishing up, finally, I know I've been talking about it all school year, but our Constitution and bylaws. We're having a special meeting Thursday to finish our second readings, debate it, and hopefully send it to the board soon. And I would also have to say that this is my last board meeting as student body president. So it has been my deepest honor and privilege to be able to represent the students in front of you, and I'd like to introduce our president-elect, Mr. Julius Sweet, sitting right here. I'd like to yield the rest of my time to allow him to introduce himself to you. Thank you.
Good. Well, I'll take this time to thank you, Mr. Camacho. I know that you've certainly been a leader here at the college, so congratulations on your tenure, and I'm sure you leave it in fine hands here. So welcome.
Hello, thank you. I'm Julius Sweet. Thank you, Board of Trustees and audience. So I just moved to Merced, and I just plan, with minimal changes possible, plan to just build on what Cody and the rest of the ASMC has created up to this point, and just to further the experience of the student body and be there with them in customer service, be there with them to guide them to the appropriate resource, make them aware of their rights, and just help guide them to an experience that's equivalent to what other freshmen and sophomores have at other universities.
That's great. Well, we really appreciate you. We look forward to getting to know you in this role, and a lot of us are on campus, so hopefully we'll get to meet and talk with you more.
Thank
so
you.
Welcome and congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, so that moves us now to agenda item 9, consideration of consent agenda. What is the pleasure of this board?
Make a motion to approve.
Okay, we have a motion by Mr. Gutierrez. Do I hear a second?
I second it.
Okay, we have a motion by Trustee Gutierrez, a second by Trustee Jordan. So at this time I will call for the vote. Trustee, or what's first? Is there any discussion on any of these items? Any comments from the public?
Aren't those April, board, meeting and April workshop?
Yeah, I guess if you're paying attention to details.
These are the minutes for tomorrow's meeting. Yes, yes. We'll get that changed.
Okay,
I noticed those.
Okay,
yeah, I'm glad you did. We'll get that changed.
Okay, so would the motion now be amended to reflect that the agenda items B, C, and D would now reflect the month of April as opposed to May?
I would like to amend my initial motion to reflect that. And I will go with the amendment.
Okay, so then we still have now a motion. Any discussion on these items from the board? Oh, yes?
Madam Board Chair, I do have a question about item N, the authorization to award bid number 2018-05, the Los Banos welding equipment. Just wanted to. Okay. Okay, I'd like to pull that agenda item out of the consent agenda.
Second. Okay, so this is why I should have paid attention.
Do I have to rescind my motion?
So first we have to vote on the amendment. So it sounds like Trustee Ochoa has made an amended motion to approve the consent agenda without item M. Is there a second to that motion? Okay, we have a second by student Trustee Gill. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is the motion and second. Is there any discussion on this amended motion? Okay, seeing none, we'll take a vote on the amended motion. The amended motion, again, is approving the consent agenda minus agenda item M. So we'll call for the vote on the amended motion. Trustee Gill, how do you vote? Aye. Thank you.